This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Now at 6 on Good Morning Indiana.
This disease is killing people. Time is of the essence.
As more COVID-19 cases are reported in our state, the governor is now urging Hoosiers to stay at home. The mandatory restrictions he is now ordering to try and stop the spread.
With schools closed, teachers across the state have been adjusting to teaching remotely. What a local shop teacher is doing to get creative with e-learning.
Grocery stores, pharmacies, and now fire departments are looking to hire Hoosiers, the jobs the Indianapolis Fire Department wants to fill amid the coronavirus pandemic.
For kids celebrating their birthdays these next couple of weeks, the outbreak is having an impact on their parties. What one local woman is doing to make sure their special day is still fun. It's always a party here on Good Morning Indiana. Thanks for joining us. I'm Meredith Barrick.
I'm Rafael Sanchez, and of course, our party leader is meteorologist Todd Clausen, who is standing by with your forecast. Todd?
Yeah, you know,
take us away.
Yeah, Raphael, it's going to be a decent day. I wish we could have great weather so people could get out in their backyards and have their own little party grilling out. And there'll be some opportunities to do that going forward, but it's always a good time to have your own little party, right? 33 to 40 degrees this morning, partly cloudy skies. Temperatures a little on the cool side. You'll need the jacket if you do have to head to work here this morning. Well, so what about the rainfall? The clouds are in place, and once the sun comes up, it's going to kind of be a battle. The sun's going to try to thin these clouds out for some sunshine throughout the morning hours. Then you see the showers streaming in. A lot of those showers initially are not going to reach the ground, or they'll fall apart. But it's this rain that's off to our southwest that eventually gets in here later on this evening. So there's could be a stray shower this morning here in western locations, but those really start to fizzle. Then we get into some sunshine, and then the more steady rainfall, or the heavier rainfall, is going to come in this evening, mainly in southern locations. We'll talk more about this rain and look ahead to the rest of the week coming up in just a few minutes. But at 6:02, let's get another look at traffic here on this Tuesday morning.
Good morning to Anderson, Westfield, and Zionsville as we head outside. This is a live look at I-70 at Shaylin on the city's east side. And this morning, another shout out to all the grocery store employees who are stocking those shelves, and of course to all the school workers still feeding kids throughout central Indiana. Meredith?
Calls on all Hoosiers to hunker down.
Starting tonight, stricter restrictions will be in place to try and stop the spread of COVID-19. Governor Eric Holcomb issued a stay-at-home order that will go into effect at midnight tonight and last for 2 weeks. This comes as the number of cases in our state continues to rise. So far, 7 people have died, 259 have tested positive. So what does it mean when it comes to the stay-at-home order? It requires all Hoosiers to stay home unless it's absolutely necessary that you leave, or if you work in an essential field. Essential services are things like hospitals, grocery stores, gas stations, and daycares. You will be allowed to get out and get food, including carry out medical services or to help others. State parks will also remain open. The order is mandatory, and Holcomb says Indiana State Police are working to come up with an enforcement plan. He said these are steps Hoosiers need to take to contain the virus.
This disease is killing people. Time is of the essence. And the best thing we can do for each other, for this generation and the next, and for our economy, is to get a handle on the virus by slowing the spread. That's what we have power over.
Indiana is one of 15 states currently issuing a stay-at-home order.
The time now is 6:04. A civilian employee with the Marion County Sheriff's Office has tested positive for COVID-19. According to a release from the Sheriff's Office, the employee worked in the jail laundry room. 2 employees and 1 inmate worker came in contact with that person and have been quarantined. So far, none of them have developed symptoms related to COVID-19.
As Indiana prepares for a surge in COVID-19 cases, an emergency operations center is now up and running. Governor Holcomb says the goal is to maximize hospital capacity and provide joint coordination. The center tracks the inventory of all hospital beds, supplies, and personnel as the number of COVID-19 patients grows. It's a partnership with the state, city of leave Indianapolis and all hospital systems in Marion County.
Indy Parks closing family centers, nature centers, and playgrounds as well to keep the public healthy and safe. But facilities are still welcoming kids who are out of school and who need meal services. All kids 18 and under are welcome Monday through Friday. No registration is necessary, and the hours, they vary by the park. Now, their goal is to especially help those students who normally rely on school meals for food to get them at one of their facilities.
Please use these services. We understand that at times like this, when school is out, we do know that most of the children receive at least 2 meals during the day just because they're enrolled in school. We want them to come. We want to make sure that any way possible that Indy Parks can continue to be a partner in the community, that we're making ourselves available to do so.
And we have more details about this. There are also free meals available for adults through the hunger relief agency known as Second Helpings.
E-learning is something teachers are used to doing every once in a while, whether it's on a snow day or during another school closure. But now teaching online is the new norm for all Indiana teachers, as Governor Eric Holcomb has ordered they all stay closed until May 1st. We spoke to a teacher at Purdue Polytechnic High School. He's teaching his shop class online right now, and he has this advice to any teacher out there about to embark on this new journey.
So if you're on spring break right now, start learning the technology. Understand how Google Hangouts work or Whiteboard or whatever software it is that you're using, so that when you get there, you're not struggling.
And for teachers, students, and parents alike, Nowling recommends staying on a normal schedule and sticking with your regular school day routine. Our Kelsey Anderson will take a closer look at what he is doing in the next half hour.
The time now is 6:07, and RTV6 is highlighting the ways that Central Indiana is working together to support their neighbors during this tough time, and we could all use some positive news. So you see, Hi-Fi Indy, a music venue in Fountain Square on the south side of Indy, started an initiative with other local businesses to give some help to healthcare workers. They've created a central location for care packages donations for those on the front lines of this outbreak, many who are working some long hours and running short on supplies.
We were just kind of sitting around, trying to figure it all out, like everybody else is, and just felt like it was a lot of negative energy, and we weren't really getting anywhere. We kind of did all the things that all the small businesses were doing for support, and we just kind of got to a point where we've got to do something, to keep ourselves occupied and support the folks on the front lines.
Care packages with the first round of donations that were sent to IU Methodist, Eskenazi, and St. Francis South. Hi-Fi plans to collect more donations and make additional deliveries throughout the week. So here's a call to action. Here's how we can all work together. They're also asking for local baked goods, bottled drinks, non-perishable snacks, and letters of support for all the caregivers here in Central Indiana.
A lot of kids are missing out on something that is usually a very special event. It only comes one time a year. Their birthday parties. Our Alyssa Donovan spoke to one woman who is trying to make birthdays that fall during this time special for kids. Alyssa, what she is doing is going to be very memorable for some of these kids who had to have their entire birthday parties canceled.
That's right. So she's sort of trying to bring the party to them, at least in a box. Shauna Williams owns her own business, and she usually has children's events that are really the biggest income for her. But right now, all of those events have either been canceled or postponed. So she's not doing much, so she decided to do this instead. Williams owns what's called Once Upon a Party, and she provides face painting and balloon animals for events that won't be happening at least through April. So she's changing course and offering birthdays in a box for families who have kids celebrating their birthdays during this time. Since children won't be able to celebrate with their friends, the box is full of activities that they can do with their families at home, like art projects and games. She customizes the box to the child's interest and age. The boxes are a small way to bring in additional income for Williams, but between March and April, she's missing out on quite a bit. Williams usually works children's parties and corporate events.
Everything in April right now has either been canceled or postponed. The May events will be next. We're holding our breath for anything after June, that those can resume as normal.
and she's missing out on around 30 events in March and April. That income loss just under $13,000. She says if those cancellations go into May, then she's missing out on more like $20,000 in income. But she says this is only going to be a small relief for her income. She's really doing it for the kids who are unable to celebrate their birthday parties. This is an opportunity for parents to bring some new activities into the house as children start to get bored during this time. And of course, we'll have all the details on how you can get a birthday box for your child on theindychannel.com. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
Alyssa, what a great idea. The time now is 6:10. The Hoosier Lottery is still going on, but if you're lucky enough to win, you won't be able to claim your prize as usual. Starting this week, the lottery's prize payment offices in Indianapolis, Mishawaka, and Evansville, they will be closed until further notice. You can still collect your prize, though, and so listen to this. Winning tickets for up to $99,000, if you're that lucky, they can be mailed to you. Larger prizes will be processed by appointment only. The lottery has also extended their redeeming deadline for an additional 60 days beyond the usual 180 days. You can find all of these details on our website, theindychannel.com.
With many businesses shutting down in the Hoosier State, we are working for you, finding out what steps you need to take to protect your financial health. Coming up, hear the advice from a local economic expert.
Plus, President Trump has decided to move back the deadline for new real IDs. Still ahead, why you now have more time to update your license. But first, let's check in with the one and only Todd Clausen. Good morning, TK.
Raphael, good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. We're starting off with quiet conditions here this morning. As the day goes on, we do bring some rain chances back into the forecast. Unfortunately, they're not great rain chances, and not everybody's going to see the rain. I'll explain coming up for you in your Storm Team 6 forecast. The time now is 6:11. We're back in just a few minutes.
2020 Nissan Altima.
We are following breaking news this morning. Metro Police investigating a shooting on the city's south side. It happened at the 800 block of Lawrence Avenue just after 3 this morning. Officers on scene say 2 people were home when someone tried to enter the rear of the house. The homeowner then fired shots at the intruder. That person was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Detectives are still working to learn more.
RTV6 is hiring Hoosiers, works to connect you to job opportunities and training. But we know that right now, many Hoosiers are really uncertain about their employment due to layoffs from COVID-19. We spoke with an economics expert at Ball State who just released a study showing the unemployment rate will exceed 10% within 45 days, both nationally and right here in Indiana. To put that into some perspective, Indiana's unemployment rate in January, the most recent numbers we have, that was 3.1%, the lowest in about 20 years. Governor Holcomb said Monday that just last week there were 54,000 claims for unemployment benefits. We asked the Ball State expert what we should all be doing during this time period.
If you're facing financial troubles, call the bank. Say, look, I can't make my mortgage payment this month because I've got 2 kids at home. I had to quit my job. I think you'll find banks very likely to extend your mortgage to grant you a 1-month grace period or 2-month grace period on that mortgage. And if you have enough money, I would say support your local businesses. Go buy your wife some flowers. Splurge for a carry out from that restaurant that you would normally dine in at.
Hicks believes if steps are taken to protect ordinary Americans and businesses, like a stimulus plan and a grace period from bankruptcies, the recovery should be swift and robust. He also says if we can get through the next 60 to 90 days using those measures, he believes businesses can reopen. Time now is 6:16. Time to check your forecast and talk. I like to order a full order of sunshine, a side of bacon, and no rain. Can you fill that order?
No.
Okay.
I can fill parts of it for you here, Raphael. Overall, though, today's not going to be a bad day for us. We're talking about temperatures that are in the 30s and 40s to kick off your morning. 39 in Indy, 40 in Lafayette, 36 is the current temperature in Bloomington. And as we go throughout the day today, temperatures are going to moderate up into the low 50s. So that's inching us back closer to where we should be for this time of year, with with temperatures that we should be getting up to right around 55 this time of year. So we'll fall just a little short of that. But overall, it's going to be a decent day as we don't bring any great rain chances into the forecast until later on this evening. And once we get towards evening, you may be thinking about dinner. Well, RTV6, in partnership with local businesses and restaurants across central Indiana, are starting a new thing called We're Open, Open for Business. You can find this on our homepage, indychannel.com/open. And we're just going to highlight certain businesses each and every day that are open for businesses, and we encourage you to get out there and support them. The one I'm going to feature on our first Takeout Tuesday forecast is Hoagies and Hops up there in the Butler-Tarkington area. It provides cheesesteaks and hoagies, and they're really good. I've been there many times, and the reason I am highlighting it today is because today is National Cheesesteak Day, and because of that, Hoagies and Hops is donating 15% of their profits to the MLK Center there on the north side as well. Have you purchased anything today? And then if you purchase gift cards throughout the course of this entire week, 15% of that as well will go to the MLK Center. So doing great things in tough times there on the north side in the Butler-Tarkington area. Here are these spotty showers that are making their way into the area. More significant rain off to our west. That's what's going to arrive later on this afternoon. I can't rule out the chance of maybe a spot shower here in western locations this morning, but it's just going to be very hit or miss. In fact, I think we'll see some sunshine this morning. And then as we go throughout the evening hours, this is when the rain moves into southern locations. The further north you are, less in the way of rainfall chances today. In fact, Lafayette, Kokomo, Peru, you're probably dry throughout the entire day. And this rain will move off late tonight into tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow's shaping up to be the best day of the week. It's a dry day. It's the only day that we're completely dry. And with the sunshine in the afternoon, temperatures will be climbing up into the low 60s. We do have warmer days as we get to Thursday and Friday. However, rain chances return to the forecast. In fact, Friday and Saturday, those showers look to be fairly numerous across the area.
Todd, thank you. We're taking a live look. I-465 at Keystone. You can see traffic here in the area picking up a little bit. Well, all the cars now have disappeared. There's one going by. Not too many cars out there as many people are home from work and school once again, so no issues to report. Congressional and White House officials head back to work today, still with no deal on a coronavirus rescue package. Democrats and Republicans negotiated the nearly $2 trillion in aid well into last night. Many issues standing in the way were able to be resolved, but Democrats are still fighting for more money to go to public health care and workers. Both sides are hopeful that a vote on the deal will happen tonight.
President Trump now pushing back the Real ID deadline because of COVID-19. Under the Real ID law, travelers would need the enhanced license by October the 1st to board an airline. But now Mr. Trump said that he moved that deadline to follow social distancing guidelines and avoid crowds at State's Department of Motor Vehicles. Governors and lawmakers have been pushing for delay since many states are having trouble processing requests during this coronavirus outbreak. Mr. Trump says they will be announcing the new deadline very soon.
The FBI wants to help you work out with its new app. The agency announced on Twitter saying it provides tips on indoor workouts. According to the agency, the app teaches you the proper way to do sit-ups and push-ups and even helps you train as if you were preparing for the official FBI physical fitness test, which I have taken. It is not easy. Some people found humor in the FBI's invitation, with one person replying, "Nice try, cops."
You'll have to show us those push-ups later.
Yeah, okay.
While scientists on Earth work on a vaccine for COVID-19, scientists in space are making health discoveries of their own. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station have been working on several studies. Two of them, they focus on growing healthy heart cells. One is aimed at helping astronauts with heart abnormalities when they're launched into space. The other could be used to treat adults and children on Earth who have cardiac disorders. Astronauts also say the cells can be used to develop new heart medicine.
Scammers are not taking a break during the coronavirus outbreak. The latest COVID-19 scams to watch out for and the new tool you can use to track them. We'll be right back. You know what I could go for right now, Raphael? Some
Tell
birthday
me,
cake.
I will order it for you. I will go get carry out for you. What do you want?
A birthday cake.
Birthday cake. Okay.
My birthday's not till October, though. But,
Right.
you know,
That's okay.
birthday cake always sounds good,
happy
no
birthday.
matter when. And this North Carolina woman is whipping up cakes to help people get through the quarantine. Coronavirus is a party pooper for people trying to celebrate their birthdays. But she is adding a fun message. She made these cakes and posted the pictures on Facebook. They have messages like happy quarantine birthday, and they show images like toilet paper and sanitizing wipes.
Don't touch me, I won't touch you.
For your October birthday, Meredith, I'm going to invite Neil Diamond.
Can't
With
wait.
all of the concerns and unknowns over coronavirus right now, singer Neil Diamond says making music can help you feel better. So he updated his popular song Sweet Caroline to add a social distancing twist, changing lyrics like touching hands to washing hands. Some on Twitter thought he should also change the title of the song Sweet Caroline to Sweet Quarantine.
Since it's closed, the zoo in Australia has been live streaming its enclosures for people to watch the animals at home. But it's the zookeeper's dance that has everyone entertained. Look there, bottom right of your screen, you can see zookeeper Adam busting some moves. The video has since gone viral there. Oh yeah, get it.
I could see Todd Clawson doing that.
You know, I really feel like the zoos are not getting enough credit during this period. They have kind of been unsung heroes, providing not only educational videos, but some fun stuff too. We saw the Shed Aquarium with the penguins earlier this week.
Do you think that's Beyonce that he's dancing to? I mean,
Maybe. I could see that. I could see that. But yeah, man, just seek out some zoos on Facebook. They have been posting some quality content.
Yeah, I told Meredith I watched the whole video, the Q&A about Fiona the hippo.
Todd was like, did you know?
And I learned so much. I didn't know hippos couldn't swim. They walk along the bottom of the river. I didn't.
Wait. Hippos don't swim?
They don't
No.
swim.
What?
I know.
They walk
have I
along
been?
the bottom of the river.
Oh, wow.
See? Yeah.
I learned something. Okay. They got big teeth, too. I saw that, too. They were feeding right in the mouth with all these lettuce things. All right, outside right now.
There's your zoo news for the day.
Right around 40 degrees, and they can run 18 to 19 miles per hour on ground. It's pretty good for an impressive big animal. Temperatures by the noon hour up to 45 degrees. Hey, a lot of time on my hands these days. And temperatures will be climbing into the 50s later on this afternoon. About 53 in Indy, 56 in Bloomington. There will be some rain later on this evening, but mainly in southern locations. Those showers, though, should not arrive until after about, Raphael, 5, 6 o'clock.
Todd, thank you so much. Scammers are not social distancing themselves from crime during this pandemic, but there's a new tool to help you from becoming a victim. Mandy Gaither has more.
The worst times can bring out the worst in people. Even during a global pandemic, scammers are out to get unsuspecting victims. But the Better Business Bureau now has a way for you to submit and track scams online. Go to bbb.org/scam tracker. On the left of the screen where it says search for scams, go to the scam type section and click on COVID-19. There are at least 25 scams in multiple states and Canada reported on the site already. Many victims say they paid for face masks online, never got them, and could no longer contact the seller. One victim says they lost $400 because of that scam. Others say they paid for but never received disinfectant wipes. Scammers are also reportedly trying to get personal information for fictitious things like coronavirus disability or offers for COVID-19 compensation. Anyone who's come across a scam can report it on this website, which will allow the Better Business Bureau to investigate it and make others who visit the site more aware. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Mandy, thank you. There's also a new COVID-19 phishing scam. Scammers are sending people fake Starbucks social distancing gift cards on behalf of the company. If you receive a gift card or a coupon, you're asked to contact the Starbucks customer care line, visit their website, or check their app to verify any promotions.
Working from home might be saving you money in some areas, but it also could cost you in some sneaky ways. You'll want to look closely at a recent utility bill if you have it. Some companies charge more for energy use at certain times of the day. You might have not noticed before because you were gone at work. Also, resist the urge to crank the heat or the AC and use appliances as you normally would at your usual times.
This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It is 6:30 on your Tuesday morning. Here is a look at your news feed. The Indiana Department of Health says 259 Hoosiers have now tested positive for COVID-19 and 7 people have died. That's roughly 5 times as many as we were reporting Friday. We expect another update around 10 o'clock this morning.
We are all facing a deadline. Indiana is the latest state to issue a stay-at-home order. That order goes into effect just before midnight tonight and runs all the way through April the 7th. The governor's office says the order is necessary to prevent as many new cases as possible of COVID-19. We'll have more on what this means for you and your family coming up in just a few moments.
An employee at the Marion County Jail has tested positive for the coronavirus. Sheriff's officials say the individual worked in the laundry department. 2 other workers and an inmate who came into contact with the afflicted person have been quarantined. So far, those individuals have not shown any symptoms. 6:30 on your Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us.
It is now time to check your forecast with Todd Clausen. Todd, take it away and fill us in.
You know, not a bad day for us here today. Temperatures are going to inch closer to normal, and we're starting off the day dry across central Indiana, but it's still a little chilly. Our rise and shine forecast here for the next 3 hours shows temperatures hovering in just below 40 degrees with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Now, there are a few showers showing up on Storm Team 6 radar, and they're just north of Terre Haute here, and they extend back into portions of Illinois. A lot of that's going to fall apart as it makes its way into our area, and it's kind of just one little renegade batch of showers ahead of the main showers that are still to our south. But it's those main showers that are moving through southern Missouri and Arkansas right now that'll eventually get in here later on this evening, mainly in southern locations. So this morning, with the exception of that stray shower in western communities, skies will just be partly to mostly cloudy, hopeful for a little bit of sunshine filtering in by the noon hour as your temperatures climb into the upper 40s. Eventually this afternoon, we end up in the 50s for everybody at the start of a warming trend that'll eventually take us into the 60s for the remainder of the week. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Todd, now time to check your traffic. A good morning today to Westfield, Newcastle, and Carmel. As you take a live look outside, this is I-65 at 30th Street. As you can see, traffic is somewhat busy. We want to give a shout out this morning to all the National Guardsmen called to duty to make sure that hospitals have all the supplies that they need, and to all those heading to work because of emergency and critical services. The time now is 6:32, and before we get to that, Meredith has much more on the coronavirus.
We are following breaking news this morning. This is happening here on Indy's south side, a shooting that occurred. It happened on Lawrence Avenue between East Street and Madison Avenue just after 3 this morning. Officers on scene say 2 people were home when someone tried to enter the rear of their house. The homeowner then fired shots at the intruder. That person was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Detectives are still working to learn more.
This morning, the Indiana Department of Health reports that 259 positive cases of COVID-19 in our state. Nearly 2,000 people have been tested for the virus. Unfortunately, 7 Hoosiers have died. We do expect an update to these numbers at 10 this morning. Please make sure to have the RTV6 app downloaded to get the latest numbers, and a push alert will send them to you as soon as we get them. Beginning tonight at just before midnight at exactly 11:59 p.m., the Hoosier State will go under a stay-at-home order. That order says you should only venture out for food, medical care, to help others, or if your job is considered an essential service. Now, you'll still be able to go out for walks or to exercise outside. Parks will remain open. Governor Holcomb said these steps are necessary to make sure that we can all contain the virus.
This disease is killing people. Time is of the essence. And the best thing we can do for each other, for this generation and the next, and for our economy, is to get a handle on the virus by slowing the spread.
Residents in 15 other states are also under stay-at-home orders. The Indiana order will last at least through April the 7th.
And Raphael, a lot of people curious about what is considered an essential business and what is not. The governor's office says essential businesses are things like hospitals and healthcare centers, grocery stores and pharmacies and gas stations. They also include daycares, shelters, laundry service providers, public transit, and public service hotlines. For business owners who may have questions about how this could impact their company, starting at 9 this morning, there will be a way to get those questions answered. The Critical Industries Hotline will help businesses and industries comply with the executive order. This center is reachable by calling 877-820-0890 or by emailing covidresponse@iedc.gov. The hotline is for business and industry questions only. You can find more information about this and Governor Holcomb's entire order on the RTV6 app or on the IndyChannel.com.
We have more coverage coming into the newsroom. Eli Lilly and Company officials are expanding the company's drive-through testing service. Starting today, first responders will now be able to get tested for the coronavirus with a doctor's order. The expansion now allows public safety, fire, and ambulance professionals to be tested. Lilly began that free drive-through testing program for healthcare workers on Monday. The Lilly services are not yet open to the general public. These are challenging times for hospitals and medical staffs, as you know. And that's why representatives at IU Health say that they're really grateful for the people and companies offering to donate supplies to workers caring for Hoosiers across our entire state. IU Health says that cotton masks sewed by volunteers will only be used as a last resort. But they say they do have a list of items that they could use. It includes respiratory masks, facial and eye protection, general personal protective equipment, hand sanitizer with 70% alcohol content, and disinfectants. If you would like to donate any of those items, we have contact information for you on the IndyChannel.com. This time, of course, of this crisis means that we're all working together. Here's some really positive news. The CNA program at Crispus Attucks High School gathered supplies to donate to Eskenazi Health. According to IPS, that program was able to give 35 safety glasses, 750 pairs of gloves, 500 masks, and 80 pairs of shoes. The district shared these photos of the donated items on its Facebook page with a simple message that hopefully will resonate with all of you this morning. It reads, "To all medical professionals and staff, thank you for your tireless work and sacrifice."
RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers is connecting you with companies still hiring despite the ripple effects of COVID-19. That includes the Indianapolis Fire Department. It is hiring right now for firefighters. The salary in your first year is $51,000 and climbs to more than $70,000 by the third year. We are actively keeping track of which places around central Indiana are still hiring right now. We've got all that information on our homepage, theindychannel.com. And for a broader look at available jobs today and every day, head to hiringhoosiers.com.
Last week, Governor Eric Holcomb announced that schools will not be in session until May 1st at the earliest. And so that means that students, teachers, parents are all having to embrace remote learning. Our Kelsey Anderson spoke with one teacher who spent last week teaching his shop class online. Kelsey, good morning.
Good morning. Well, this has become our new normal. Our desks are in our kitchen tables or other common areas, as everything that we're doing is now happening at our homes.
It is hard to not teach in front of real faces.
Greg Noling teaches shop classes at Purdue Polytechnic High School, but right now he's teaching here in his personal workshop.
So I get to show them projects that I'm working on, and I get to work on projects while we talk, and I show them techniques of what I'm doing.
He says at Purdue Polytechnic, most core classes are already taught online, so e-learning isn't new to them, but he knows it is for surrounding schools.
I think the sooner we can embrace this as the new normal for this school year, the better we are going to be.
Noling's advice to teachers who are about to embark on this new journey is to get ahead.
So if you're on spring break right now, start learning the technology. Understand how Google Hangouts work or whiteboard or whatever software it is that you're using, so that when you get there, you're not struggling.
And his advice for parents, students, and teachers alike is to stick to a routine and treat each day like a regular school day.
Try to make this as normal as possible.
Noling says if your child is struggling with a certain subject, reach out to the teacher or another teacher to get help. Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Kelsey, thank you. The coronavirus is having an impact on every aspect of our daily lives. After the break, we're looking at how one small business is offering big birthday parties on the go. We'll be right back.
Live on CourtTV.com.
Welcome back to Good Morning Indiana. The time now is 6:41. Many small businesses are hurting during this time, but one entrepreneur has managed to change her business model in just a few days. And what she's now offering will bring a little joy to kids who are stuck at home. Our Alyssa Donovan is live this morning with all the details. And Alyssa, this is really just a creative way to keep families really happy during this time period.
That's right, Raphael. I spoke with Shauna Williams, who owns an event business. The problem right now is all of her events have been canceled or postponed. So she decided to start something new. Right now, Williams usually provides face painting and twists balloons for events, but now she's offering a new item, birthday boxes. The box is for children who are celebrating their birthdays during this time and likely won't get a party with their friends. The box comes filled with activities for kids to do with their families, and they're customized for the child's age and interest.
And so since they can't go to parties and events, I'm going to try and bring some fun to them.
And Williams says this is a small way for her to maintain some kind of income, but she says they won't come close to covering her losses. If event cancellations continue into May, she'll miss out on close to $20,000 in income. And Williams says at this point, she's only made these boxes for children, but she just received an order for an adult birthday box. And she says with that one, she's also going to include activities and some wine. Reporting live, Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
And this is the Stalker News. I'm back, and I will give you some information. Wow, someone is saying some good tea. I know, right? Well, anyways, we are not going back to school until May 1st. Yeah, it was pretty sad. I know, right?
Just like the folks here at RTV6, news outlets are working remotely for the safety of staff during this COVID-19 outbreak. So students at Stalker Elementary School in Bedford are working together but remotely to broadcast their Stalker Wildcat news. Awesome. Students are celebrating more than 90 episodes of their school news, and they are not letting a little distance stop them. Their teacher, Brian Young, tells RTV6 even though school is shut down, they are still working hard. Way to go. Yeah. Some good future journalists right there. And just as strong as our commitment to serving you with the information you need is our commitment to telling the stories of what good people are doing throughout all of this. If you know someone who is working in the community to make things better right now, send us a message at workingforyou@rtv6.com.
Meredith, thank you so much. The economic impact of the coronavirus outbreak has many people worried about their 401ks. Coming up, experts share their perspective on how to ease your mind about your financial future. But let's right now check your forecast with Todd Clausen.
And Raphael, rain is back in the forecast for central Indiana. And right now it's pretty far still off to our west, but it'll be heading in our direction throughout the course of the day. The good news is as it arrives, the coverage is just going to be spotty, and the rainfall intensity as this rain moves in is going to be very, very light. We'll talk all about it coming up in your Storm Team 6 forecast. The time now is 6:45. Stay with us. We're back in just a few minutes.
TV.com.
The economic impact of the coronavirus outbreak is making money an even bigger source of stress for many people. That includes worrying about making ends meet now and in the future. Scripps reporter Alicia Nieves is asking what the uncertainty means for retirement plans.
The coronavirus pandemic has sent the U.S. financial markets on a downward spiral.
A lot of people are scared. They don't quite understand what they're seeing, especially the average investor who is not following day to day.
Working from home like many right now, Kelly Lannon with Fidelity Investments spoke with us, saying most people looking at their 401ks who are rightfully worried have to be careful making their next move.
Market volatility can really be nerve-wracking.
Fidelity is advising the best move right now for most is actually no move at all.
It is really a good idea to stay the course. I don't know if you've seen this lately, Alicia, but I've seen on Instagram the whole don't touch your face, don't touch your 401k. I know it's meant to be a joke, but take that seriously.
We know from behavioral finance that people make very, very bad decisions when they panic.
Bob Stammers is with the Charter Financial Analyst Institute. He reiterates holding on to your investments because selling off your stocks could be the worst thing you do now.
If they do sell, they're going to be selling in a bad market. They're basically going to be doing what people tell you not to do, which is sell low and then buy high when the market comes back, right?
Historically, the market always rebounds. In 2008, it took 5 years. In 2015, about 13 months. Experts say over time, even with major downswings, those who stay invested still see an annual 8 to 9% return on average.
People didn't think we were going to get through that 2008 crisis. Remember? Yeah. I mean, it took a while, 60%. They said, that's it. This is never coming back. It's never going to be like this again. And then after it did come back, the return on the market was like 17%.
The stay the course advice applies to most, those who have time to wait out the market. But if you are closer to retirement or in it, you may want to get individual advice from a financial professional who is a fiduciary, someone legally required to put your interest over theirs. I'm Alicia Nieves reporting.
On Monday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed down about 580 points, a drop of 3%. Here at 10 till 7, meteorologist Todd Clausen standing by with a check at our forecast. Hey, Todd.
All right, the good news in the forecast, not only today, but going forward, is that the temperatures are on a warming trend. The bad news is with the warming trend will come some spotty showers in the forecast, at least initially. Once we go towards the end of the week, the showers may be a little more widespread and steady. This morning, it's dry. It's 35 in Crawfordsville, 36 in Bloomington. Indy, you're at 37 degrees this morning, and 39 as you make your way up into the Muncie area. Hour by hour, your temperatures today will moderate pretty quickly throughout the day. By the noon hour, we should be around 47 degrees, then into the low 50s hour by hour throughout the afternoon hours, with highs eventually topping off right around 53 degrees in Indy. But for southern locations, you could get up into the mid 50s here today, and right around 50 degrees to the north up in Peru. So Storm Team 6 radar showing a few showers trying to sneak into the Terre Haute area. A lot of this is going to just fizzle away as it makes its way eastward. And you notice the clouds are in place across parts of the area, but there's some breaks here and there. So this morning, some of you will see some sunshine, and this morning is the best opportunity to see that sunshine throughout the entire day before this more substantial rainfall starts to make its way into our area. The timing on that, though, not until the latter half of the day. So there's plenty of opportunity this morning, this afternoon, to get out and enjoy that walk around the neighborhood to get some exercise before this rain shower activity comes in. The further south you are from Indianapolis, the better chances you'll have of seeing rain this afternoon or later on, late this afternoon, early this evening. For those of you to the north, probably not going to see much in the way of any rainfall throughout the day today. And then as we head into the overnight hours, that rain is all out of here and pushing off into Ohio. And that will set us up for what will be the best weather day of the week tomorrow. We may start with a little cloud cover tomorrow, but then those clouds will decrease as the day goes on. Plenty of sunshine Wednesday afternoon, a high temperature of 61 degrees. Thursday, we start off with the sunshine, kind of the opposite of tomorrow. Then the clouds will build, and then more scattered showers start to build in throughout the day on Thursday. Once those showers start on Thursday, it is going to be a fairly wet stretch of weather as unfortunately we head into the weekend. Friday and Saturday, we're dealing with some scattered showers, and then as we get into Sunday, a spot shower or two early on. The trade-off, though, will be the warmer air that works in. Temperatures will start to trend above that average high of 55 once we get to tomorrow. The bad news is, again, rain showers re-enter the forecast, especially will highlight both Friday and Saturday.
Todd, thank you. We're taking a live look right now at I-65 and 865 on the northwest side. A couple of cars out there and some trucks. Starting off your Tuesday morning, no issues on the roadways at this hour.
So as we look for ways to support our Hoosier businesses, Good Morning America's Tori Johnson is here to help. She's right here in Indiana today. At the top of the hour, she'll take you inside Michigan-based Peepers, which, as she learned, is selling more than reading glasses.
And who doesn't love a dance party? But these days, social distancing doesn't quite allow for that. After the break, how one DJ's desire to dance is now going toward a good cause. We'll be right back.
Days from 4:30 to 7.
So people are social distancing during this outbreak per federal guidelines, but a DJ in Maryland found a creative way to get a dance party going over the weekend. The whole thing started with a Facebook event posted on DJ Chris Kopech's Facebook page. He set up his equipment in his basement and then started playing music. Well, Kopech planned to party for just 2 hours, but he kept going on once he saw how much people were enjoying the party. He plans to donate tips from that party to pay for meals for firefighters in the Maryland area. What a great idea.
I love that idea. All right, we got DJ TK in the weather department. What are you spinning out for us
we're spinning
this
a
morning?
little sunshine, little rain here, but most of all, some warmer temperatures heading your way. That's the good news. Temperatures today going up into the low 50s. There's definitely more clouds than sun, so if you do see some sunshine, especially this morning, consider yourself lucky. Most of the rain showers will arrive after 6 p.m. The bulk of those will be south of Indianapolis. 61 tomorrow. Tomorrow's the best day of the week. It's dry, features the most sunshine. It's a little warmer, obviously, as you see there Thursday and Friday, but with that warmth will come rain showers. They'll be most numerous on both Friday and Saturday.
You see Todd mixing there? He was like mixing some...
A little bit of sunshine, a little bit of moonlight, a little bit of boogie. All right. Well, we are back in 25 minutes for more news. Have a great day.